Yeah, I have got to. I gotta get this tightened. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Always watching, always tracking. WTVA 9 News begins with the Severe Weather Authority.
Take a listen to that. Strong storms are passing through our area right now, dropping large hail and producing strong winds. So strong that it is stripping this tree in someone's yard. This is out of Lowndes County, which is getting hit pretty hard right about now. Let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Matt LaFon, to get the latest on what is happening, because you've been tracking this all afternoon.
And let's be clear, it was the hail that was stripping those trees because it was just knocking the leaves right off them in some cases. This picture here of some of that hail, when you look at it up close, appreciate Blake in the Starkville area for this picture. I mean, that is pretty much golf ball size hail stones with that. And it wasn't just a few, it was copious amounts of that hail. Elena sending us this video here from in and around the Starkville area along US 82. I mean, as you can see, it practically looks like there's snow on the ground from that. That storm at this instant, it continues to move through Lowndes County. It has weakened massively over the last 30 minutes as it works its way eastward. We're looking from the Whiteberry community back to Steens there and New Hope. Best way to look at this, the way we looked at it about a half hour ago on WTVA 9 News at 4, using our three-dimensional capabilities here. What we instantly see is, whereas we were sitting up there 35,000 feet, this has collapsed substantially. That means while it still could be producing hail, it's more pea-size hail, maybe dime-size hail, and less likely to be that extra large hail that we were tracking even just a few minutes ago. Best way to look at this is using our Mississippi Department of Transportation cameras. Let's take a look down there in the Columbus area. And initially here, this camera, we're going to try to kind of look back toward the east with this. Just a lot of rainfall. You can see some of the dark on the horizon. Visibility is already improved, and luckily we don't have the quantity of hail there that we did have in Oktibbeha County. Looking at other storms, none that even can compare. Just a couple of these that honestly aren't producing a lot of lightning even back here out toward Kosciuszko and French Camp. Those are in a weakening phase. And if I go north on this, a few thunderstorms near Aberdeen and Amory as well. We'll track those in a moment, but first let's get a track on this storm that's now near the Alabama state line. That severe thunderstorm warning, about another 12 to 13 minutes on that. As it moves toward Ethelsville, it should be on the downswing. This is unlikely to re-strengthen to the same extreme hail that we had just a little bit ago. Ethelsville, we're looking at 509 for you as it's moving around 30 miles per hour. Delma at 513, getting closer to Shaw at 522, Reform at about 532 as well as it works its way toward the east. As we track that northern thunderstorm there, again, it has gone through a bit of a weakening phase. We do have one near Brilliant, though, that is a little bit stronger, and this one, again, could be producing some of those big hailstones again. I'm going to look three-dimensional on this one here, just north of Winfield. This one extending up closer to around 30,000 feet. And if we kind of cut into this here, once again, let's see how big that hail could end up becoming. The easiest way to do that is to kind of see just how high it's throwing its most intense returns. This one not quite as impressive as the one we had moved through Starkville. This is still probably 1.5 inch size hail as it moves in now the eastern portions there of Marion County. Not a whole lot of folks ahead of this. Still in our viewing area, we show the Texas community there at 505 and Eldridge at about 512. And again, as we come back to that Monroe County storm, I've teased you twice. Let's come back to it. It is substantially weaker comparatively speaking. You can see we're looking at kind of some reds and purples with that, but nowhere near as intense as some of those other thunderstorms. And this one also lifting east a little slower. We'll still say about 30 miles per hour as it kind of exits Monroe County there. We're clipping Smithville in the next few minutes, about next 15 minutes or so, next 10 minutes really. Splunge at 507. We'll look at Pine Springs 513, Solage at 514 as it works its way toward the east. So the headline is this. We kind of have a front that's kicking through the area. That front has been the initiation point. As you probably noted on the bottom of your screen there, severe thunderstorms thunderstorm watches do continue until later this evening, but really these thunderstorms behind it are less likely to be as significant in their hail production and wind production as some of the other thunderstorms. Our hour forecast, though, still keeps a few in as we go into this evening. Tanya, that WTVA weather app, of course, good to track these storms, and we'll have an update on how our chances for storms kind of evolve over the next few days, because we will still have at least a few.
All right, thanks, Matt, for that update. And as Matt just mentioned, you want to download the WTVA weather app because it will keep you up to date with all of everything you need to know. You'll have access to interactive radar temperatures and keeps you up to date with any watches or warnings, plus the latest video forecast. The WTVA weather app is free and available now for all Apple and Android smartphones and tablets. New at 5 is a historic bridge in Macon that has been closed for almost half a decade. In fact, the bridge had to be torn down. It was so old, but now residents in Oxabee County and the surrounding area might soon see it back. WTVA's Jake White joins us live from Macon, where he shows us how things are coming along with rebuilding the North Street Bridge.
Yeah, Tanya, well, construction on the all-new North Street Bridge, as you can see, is well underway. But people here in the Macon area say they sure are going to miss the historic and years-long bridge that connected one town to another. Now, like I said, construction on this bridge connects one side of town to the other. And again, it's underway, but why would an old historic bridge have to be torn down in the first place? Mayor Buzz McGuire told me that he and everyone else hated to see the beautiful bridge go, but safety is far more important than just beauty. And when larger trucks and school buses were unable to pass over it, something had to be done. So after getting the green light from the Department of Archives and History, they started working on the bridge. It's been over a year since they started construction. The mayor says it's been a hassle, but there is light at the end of the tunnel.
It's been a problem. This is a main thoroughfare. You know, you can get out to the highway, to the 4-lane this way, you can go to the cemetery this way. For the people that live on this side of town, and for people that live in other parts of town, because I was used to using it just about every day. So it has been a hassle. It's been a problem. They started working on it late last year, and hopefully by midsummer it'll be finished.
Mayor McGuire says he has to thank Willie Simmons, the Central District Highway Commissioner. He said Simmons helped the town of Macon receive emergency road and bridge money to replace the bridge. And even more good news is that what you see behind me here should be wrapped up by midsummer. Live here in Macon, Jake White, WTVA 9 News.